Hello chess lovers, I have a very dramatic game for you played by Alexander Alekhine against Pablo de Unamuno. The game was played in 1944. This was a chess simul and Alekhine started with e4, e6 by de Unamuno. Black is going for fresh defense. d4, d5, knight d2 Tarrasch variation, and black is capturing on e4, going for Rubinstein lines. Knight f6, knight takes f6 check, queen takes f6, knight f3, h6, preventing bishop g5, bishop e2, bishop d6. We see castling by both sides, c4, b6, bishop e3, bishop b7. And at this moment, under the influence of alcohol, Alekhine must have mistaken his queen for a king, otherwise the following incident cannot be explained. The world champion moved his rook to c1 and automatically placed his queen on b1 square. Of course, this could not pass muster, and Alekhine was kindly requested to replace this inverted kingside castling by a move with his rook. A pretty unique incident, I think. Knight d7 by de Unamuno, queen a4, c6, b4. Alekhine is starting an advancement on the queen side, a5 and b5. While playing c5 and then pushing the b pawn forward would have been better, but after a5 we see b5, and later we will see in the game that these pawns on light squares are just imprisoning light square bishop. c5, rook d1, rook d8, and a very adventurous move d5. Here comes knight e5 with the idea that now white can't capture on f3, because after this knight takes f3 this is going to be catastrophic. That's why after knight e5 Alekhine moved his knight on e1 square. But here comes queen h4, and again this d takes e6 can be very dangerous because black can first play f5 and then if f4, knight g4 and organize an attack. Instead, after queen h4 we see g3. Now comes queen e4, exploiting the weaknesses of light squares. The pawn again can't be captured because of this checkmate on h1 square. We see queen c2, and now black is simply capturing on d5, winning a pawn. Queen takes e4 and d takes e4. Black is totally dominating the position. Look at this passive knight on e1 square, also the bishop. This is just terrible. Bishop f4, rook e8, king f1, now comes g5. Bishop e3, king g7, black is centralizing his king, h3, f5, grabbing more space, bishop d2, king f6, knight g2, bishop c7, opening up the rook's path, bishop c3, king e6, bishop h5, trying to somehow activate this bishop, rook f8, h4, and the knight jumps on d3 square, rook c2, bishop e5. We see the exchange of bishops on e5 square, h takes g5, h takes g5, knight e3, rook h8, and we also see the exchange of rooks, bishop e2, and there it goes, f4. This is becoming more and more unbearable. G takes f4, g takes f4, knight d5. Well, if knight d1, then f3 trapping the bishop. That's why we see knight d5, but now white is losing the second pawn. Rook takes d5, king e1, rook d4, and finally Alekhine resigned. Here is one of the possible lines. Actually, white's position is so passive that all white can do is to wait. For example, if rook c3, then f3, if bishop f1, then king d5, a3 for example, then c pawn can march forward, rook c2, knight d3 check, and then black can capture on f2, giving a discover check, and it's over. This is going to be an easy win. Actually, the world champion surrendered easily without any resistance. The moral is clear: don't drink and play chess, otherwise you will start castling with a queen and a rook. If you enjoyed this crazy game, don't forget to give the thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. More games are coming. Good luck.